Gopijana Girivaradari Jai Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradari Yasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yasodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jayo Radha Madhava Kunda Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada Nitai Gaura Pramanande. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudhiraye Nasta Prayesu Abhadresu Nityam Bhagavatam Sevayam Bhagavate Uttama Sloke Bhakti Bhavati Naistakhe. Before reciting the Srimad Bhagavatam, which is very man of conquers, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead Narayana, unto Narayana Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author, by regular attendance in classes on Srimad Bhagavatam, and by rendering of service unto the pure devotees of the Lord, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the personality of Godhead, whose praise with transcendental song is established as an irrevocable fact. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 4, Text 15. And we're going to read today up to text 17, because there is no purport in 15 and 16, so we'll also read the text 17. Saiva varnashrami Saiva varnashrami Krato bhuri dakshine Krato bhuri dakshine Ijamano havir bhagan Ijamano havir bhagan Agrahit svena tejasam Agrahit svena tejasa Saeva varnasrame bhe Kratobir bhuri dakshine Ijamano havir bhagan Agrahit svena tejasam. Sa I Hiranyakasipu. Eva, indeed, Varna Ashramibi, by persons who strictly follow the regulatory principles of the four Varnas and four Ashramas. Kra to be, by ritualistic ceremonies. Bhuri, abundant. Dakshine, offered with gifts. Ijamana, being worshipped. Avibhagan, the portions of the oblations. Agrahin, usurped. Swena, by its own. Tejasa, prowess. Translation, being worshipped by sacrifices offered with great gifts by those who strictly follow the principles of Varna and Ashrama. Hiranyakasipu, instead of offering shares of the oblation to the demigods, accepted them himself. Akrista parcha tasyasit sapta dvipavati mahe tada kama duga gavo nana sharya padam nabham. As if in fear of Hiranyakasipu, the planet Earth, which consists of 7 islands, delivered food grains without being plowed. Thus it resembles cows like the surabhis of the spiritual world or the kamaduga of heaven. The earth yielded sufficient food grains, the cows supplied abundant milks, and outer space was beautifully decorated with wonderful phenomena. Text 17. Ratna karascha ratnaugams tat pantyas chahor urmibhe sarasido grita saudra dade siram metodakha. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. By the flowing of their wife, the various oceans of the universe, along with their tributaries, the rivers which are compared to the wife, supplied various kinds of germs and jewels for Hiranyakasipu's use. These oceans were the oceans of salt water, sugarcane juice, wine, clarified butter, milk, yogurt, and sweet water. Purport. The water of the seas and oceans of this planet, of which we have experience, are salty. But other planets within the universe contain oceans of sugarcane juice, liquor, ghee, milk, and sweet water. The rivers are figuratively described as wives of the oceans and seas because they glides down to the ocean and seas as tributaries, like the wives attached to their husbands. Modern scientists attempt excursions to other planets, but they have no information of how many different types of oceans and seas there are within the universe. According to their experience, the moon is full of dust, but this does not explain how it gives us soothing rays from the distance of millions of miles. As far as we are concerned, we follow the authority of Vyasadeva and Sukadeva Goswami, who have described the universal situation according to the Vedic literatures. These authorities differ from modern scientists will conclude from their imperfect sensual experience that only this planet is inhabited by living beings, whereas the other planets are all vacant or full of dust. Om Ajnanatimmirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chaksoranmalitamena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Sapadantikam Vandeham Sri Gurun Sri Yutapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sangrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vidam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Visakanvitam Sha E Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrisabhano Sude Devi Pranamame Aripriye Vanchakalpatrubhyascha Kripasindhubhya evecha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Vande Nantarbhuteswaryam Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhum Nishopyat Prasadarshat Bhakti Sastra Pravartakam Ratna Karascha Ratnughams Tatpanthya Chohor Urmibir Sarasido Grita Saudra Nade Siram Todaka. By the flowing of their waves, the various oceans of the universe, along with their tributaries, the rivers which are compared to the wives, supplied various kinds of germs and jewels for Hiranyakasipu's use. These oceans were the oceans of salt water, sugarcane juice, wine, clarified butter, milk, yogurt, and sweet water. So we are continuing the reading of the 7th canto, chapter 4, on the subject matter of Hiranyakasipu terrorizes the universe. So here, even the demigods are afraid of the power and strength of Hiranyakasipu. Automatically they supply all the necessities for the enjoyment of Hiranyakasipu. Yes, especially today's verse explains about the 7 islands. If those who have understood the history of the Vedic civilization, 5,000 years ago there is only one world, only one kingdom, one flag, one ruler in the world. So in the creation of the Lord, we are living in the material universe, the earthly planet here. This material universe consists of 7 islands known as the Jambudvip, Kusadvip, Kraunchudvip, Plakshadvip, Puskaradvip, Sakadvip, and Salmalidvip. There are the 7 islands. Here they talk about the 7 kinds of oceans, the ocean of salt, where we are living in that planet. There's also ocean of sugarcane juice. There are ocean of liquor. Maybe we have to transport all the Europeans to this island. So there's no need to waste time in the pub for a little bit of wine. No? So the ocean of liquor is there, ocean of ghee, ocean of milk, ocean of yogurt, and ocean of sweet water. So there are 7 islands. One is the Jambudvip. Number 2 is the Kusadvip. Number 3 is the Kraunchudvip. Number 4 is the Puskaradvip. Number 5 is the Plakshadvip. Number 6 is the Sakadvip. Number 7 is the Salmalidvip. And we are living in the island called Jambudvip. There are 6 other islands are there with the different kinds of ocean waters are there. So we are living in the Jambudvip. The Jambudvip have got 9 different divisions. Number 1 is called Bharat Varsha. Number 2 is called Bhadra Varsha. Number 3 is called Kuru Varsha. Number 4 Kimpurusha Varsha. Number 5 Katumda Varsha. Number 6 Arim Varsha. Number 7 Iranmya Varsha. Number 8 Ilavrata Varsha. And number 9 Ramyaka Varsha. So we are living in the division of Bharat Varsha. So the entire world, at one time it was known only Bharat Varsha under the name of King Bharata, who was a very great devotee of Lord Krishna, who have left his kingdom at the age of 24 years old for the practice of self-realization, and he was seated alone in the forest. And he was doing the practice of self-realization, but somewhere or other he saw a deer, a pregnant deer, was chased by the tiger, and by running away from the tiger, the baby fall from the womb of the mother tiger, and being chased by the tiger, mother deer, and being chased by the tiger, the mother deer disappeared from there, and the baby deer was next to the Bharat Maharaj, who have left everything, even his kingdom, and he wants to become a Krishna conscious devotee. But somewhere or other, because he has avoided the association of the devotees, there are only 2 ways a devotee can fall down in the material world, no other ways. Even you are not knowing how to sing properly, you will never fall down. Even if you do not know how to sit properly, you will never fall down. Only a person fall down, a devotee fall down for 2 reasons. One is to avoiding the association of the Vaishnavas, and the second is that by offending a Vaishnavas. There are six things are known as the Vaishnava offenses. Number 1, killing a devotee, a Vaishnava, is a great offense. Number 2, talking bad, blaspheming a Vaishnava is a great offense. Number 3, ill thinking, always thinking bad about a devotee, is also an offense. Number 4, don't like to see a devotee is an offense. Number 5, angry upon seeing a devotee as an offense. And number 6, not offering obeisances to a Vaishnava, a devotee, it is an offense. So Krishna comes to this world in 6 different ways. That he personally comes to this world to reclaim the conditioned soul. He comes as a Diksha Guru, Number 3, he comes as a Shiksha Guru. Number 4, he comes as a Purusha avatar. Number 5, he comes as a Leela avatar. And number 6, he comes as the Saktivesh avatar. The Shastra says anybody who thinks that the deity is made by wood and stone, they are residents of the hellish planet. A person who thinks the spiritual master as an ordinary human being is the residents of the hellish planet. A person who thinks the Vaishnavas are coming from different caste, different background, different country, so they are also residents of hellish planet. A person who thinks the water, Abhishek water, the water which bathed the deity of the Lord, or Ganga water, they think all these things are ordinary, normal water. They are also residents of the hellish planet. A person who thinks that the chanting of the holy name is the repetition of some ordinary words are the residents of the hellish planet, and a person who thinks Krishna is an ordinary man is also residents of hellish planet. So in this way, that Krishna comes to the world personally, in the form of the devotees or his representative as a spiritual master, one should take advantage of all this coming of Krishna for the ultimate benefit of the entire human society. So out of these 7 islands, we are living in the Jambudvip, and in Jambudvip has got 9 different divisions, and we are living in the Bharat Varsha. That the name belongs to King Bharat. He was a very wonderful gentleman. He was ruling very nicely. But in the same time, he has got so much of attraction. He wanted to become a good devotee of the Lord, so he has left everything. And he went to the forest. And somewhere or other he fell. Because the baby deer was with him, he was taking care of the baby deer, being very compassionate. So he wants to take care of the baby deer. He became attached to the baby deer. And one day the baby deer was missing from him. He was walking around looking for the baby deer. And he slipped, and then he fell, and then he left the body thinking of the baby deer. And the chapter 8, text 6, Krishna says, Yam yam vapi smaran bhavam tajanti ante kalevaram tam tam ivati kunteya saratat bhava bhavita. That whatever a person thinks at the time of death, he will attain that body without fail. So he was thinking about the deer, and next life he was born as a deer. By somewhere or other, by Krishna's mercy, Krishna said in the chapter 6, text 44, Tatra Tambudi Samyogam Labate Purva Degikam Yatate Chata Boya Samsiddhim Kurunandhana. Krishna says that when the devotees who are failure at the present time, next life they will continue from wherever they have left. So by the mercy of the Lord, he has got that memory, that remembrance. Previously, he made that mistake, being attached to the deer. So in this life, even he was born as a deer, he tried to be keeping himself in the places where the sadhus were practicing Krishna consciousness. So in this way, always he was alert about his consciousness. And when the deer died, next life he was born as a Jadat. He was known as the Jada Bharat. Jada means like a foolish person. He was not a foolish, but he acted as a foolish person so that nobody will bother about him. When you've got money, wealth, you got name and fame and everything, you're always disturbed by many, many people in the world. When you're nobody in the world, nobody bothers about you. just like the beggar. Nobody wants to know about him. So that's why Kundi Devi says that, Janmasvarya Sruta Srubir Eda Manamada Puman Naivarati Abidatum Vaitum Akinchana Gocharam. Kundi Devi says it is very difficult for somebody who are seeking for the high parentage, seeking for the good wealth, seeking for the beauty, seeking for the high education. It's very difficult for them to become a devotee, to surrender unto your lotus feet. When people are exhausted of this thing, when you exhausted enough, it's enough. That's it. Prabhupada says, Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj says, this material world is not the place for an intelligent person. Actually, Prabhupada says, best use a bad bargain. They've got a very bad bargain. So I was thinking there are devotees died a day before yesterday in Malaysia. He'd been devotee for 44 years. He was a Grihastha. The moment they came to know Krishna consciousness, he has left his job, husband and wife, they stayed around the temple, and they go out and distribute books, they go out for preaching. In this way, they maintain their life. And up to the last point, that on Sunday he went out, with other devotees for some preaching program and came back at night, and then, around 1 o'clock in the morning, he had an heart attack. He'd been sent to hospital, and the next day morning he had another attack. He left the body. So that I know hundreds of devotees have gathered to, give him a farewell departure from there, and they're singing and dancing and everything. And you look at, he's in the coffin box. I look at everything, it's not worth living in the world. You work very hard, you develop, a family, you love the family, you work very hard for the family, everything you bring it up so nicely, suddenly you have to die and go. For no reason you worked very hard in the world. So that's what Prabhupada says, temporarily everything, it looks very nice here. Temporarily you make some profit here. But ultimately, there's only lost in the material world. Everything will be taken away from you. That's why Kundi Devi says, Kevayam nama rupabhyam yadubi saha pandava. Bhavato darshanam yarhi rishikenam ivesitu. As long as you are with us, my dear Lord, everything flourishes very nicely. But the moment you go away from us, everything becomes null and void. Everything becomes zero. There was a Christian priest. He was fundraising he wants to make a fencing for the Christian graveyards. Normally they got a church, they got graveyards. So the Christian graveyard was without any fencing. So the Christian priest, he wants to raise funds so that he can put up a fencing for the graveyard. So he was doing some fundraising, asking his congregation members to donate some money. So his congregation members, many of them were very poor, but yet they gave some donation, but the money is not enough to build the fencing. But within the congregation member, there is one man is very, very rich. He alone can build the fencing for the Christian graveyard, but he don't even wanted to give 1 cent for the project. So the priest talked to him. He said, "You are the member of our church. You got a lot of money. All the poor members are donating, but you are not even donating 1 cent. Please tell me why you are not giving money for the building of the fence." So the rich man, he told the priest, "Can you tell me, Father, why you are taking donation?" So the priest says that we want to build a fencing for the Christian graveyard. And the rich man said, "That is very good. So I want to ask you another question. Is there anybody living in the graveyard is going to run out from there?" He said, "No." And I got another question for you. Is there anybody from outside like to come inside here? The priest says no. So why you want the fencing? So material body is a dead body. It's got no life at all, but somewhere or other, people spend all their time and energy how to decorate this material body. So in this way, Hiranyakasipu, he was possessed, carried away by all this material attraction. But yet he was not very happy with all the opulences yet in his life. The son told him, Tat sadhu manne suravarya dehinam sada samigya dhiram asadgriya. Idvada papam griya handakupam. The son said, my dear father, demon father, please understand, you got everything, but you're always in a depression. You are always not very happy about anything. Actually, the human being, they are not very happy in their life. Before COVID, people were talking about, they have to get, when they can take some rest, they no need to go to work. They were thinking, it will be so nice if I don't have to go to work. And, when the COVID came, everybody was rested in the house, no need to go to work. And that is the time more crimes happened in the world. Because people, after a few days, they cannot stay anymore in the house. They become very restless, and there was so much fight between husband and wife, and they cannot tolerate the behavior of the children. There were so many problems in the world. They found that more divorces happened during that COVID, when they stayed together in the house. Prabhupada says men are good, women are good. When they come together, they become very bad. So in this way, that here Prabhupada explained that the modern scientists, they don't understand any of these things. They don't understand there are many other planets are there, where they are situated, and what is the condition of all these other planets. The scientists do not understand. Because whatever the machine they have created to find out different planets or different places, all become imperfect. They cannot get the right information because they themselves have got 4 defects in their life. That the human being by nature, they got the defect, they are meant to make mistake in the world. Nobody is perfect in the world. Everybody make mistake. But people are thinking they are very perfect. Isn't it? There was a man, a rich man, very educated, and he not married. He had all the money, he had few property, houses and everything. But he was not married. At the age of 80, he was dying. So one of his friends came and saw him. He said, you are very rich and you got so much money, you got so many houses, even you marry 10 women, still you can, maintain them. No problem at all. But why you did not get married? Don't you like the marriage life? Don't you like the woman? And the rich man said, no, I like the woman and I wanted to get married. But the problem is that I do not find a perfect woman to get married. Then the friend said, there are 7 billion people in the world. Don't tell me not even one you did not find perfect. He said, finally I found one girl. I found she is the perfect girl for me. So I went and approached the girl. I told her, you are very perfect for me. Marry me. But the girl said, you are not perfect for me. Very sorry. So in this way, everybody thinks they are very perfect. And Krishna says everybody got defect. In the chapter 18, text 48, Krishna says, Sahajam karma kaunteya sadosam apinatyajat sarvaramba hi dosena Dhumenagnir ivavrata. Just like the fire is covered by the smoke. So everybody in the world, they are covered by different kinds of defect. Sweswe karmani abhirata, but everybody can be, upgraded, uplifted by coming in contact, connecting themselves in Krishna consciousness. A human being can uplift their consciousness, they can become good in the world. But here the scientists, they do not understand, they got this defect that the human being can make mistake, the human being got the tendency to cheat others, and the human being, the senses are imperfect, and they are in an illusion condition. They don't understand, they got all these defects. And they don't understand whatever scientific research they do whatever the outcome of their research, everything will have a defect because they themselves have got their own defect there. So we have to understand where this defect in the human society have come from. So that's been explained by Brahma. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, if you read Canto 3, Chapter 12, Text 2, there he says, Sasar Jagre Nidatam Mistram Adatam Mistram Adikrit Mahamoham Cha Moham Cha Tamachagyaya Vyathara. That he says that when Brahma created, being the secondary creator, when he created the human being, and then he injected 5 type of defect, the illusion into the human life. So number 1, self-deception. That means you do not even know your origin, nothing you know. Self-deception. Number 2, he created the fear of death within the human being. Number 3, he created anger out of frustration. Number 4, he created a false proprietorship in the world. This is my house, this is my car, this is my family. Created a false proprietorship. Number 5, he has created the bodily concept of life. You don't even know that actually you're not the body. You're not the ear, you're not the eyes, you're nothing. When you die, everything remains there. They're saying, I am Mr. John. I'm Mr. John. So Mr. John is lying there, but somebody crying, John is gone. But John is lying there. And with John is gone, that means they have not seen the real John in their life. The real John is already left. So in this way that Brahma created this illusion. So when Brahma created the illusion, Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains more deeper. He says, from that illusion comes the Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsara. 6 enemies of the living beings are coming from the illusion created by Lord Brahma. Kama means different kinds of lusty desires. Krodha, anger. Lobha, greediness. Moha, illusion. Mada, madness. Matsarya, enviousness. But by the Brahma's creation of illusion, now we have been immune to desire, anger, lust, illusion, madness and enviousness. And now Bhaktivinoda Thakur said that takes you to another expansion. That is the illusion, lamentation, thirst, anger, old age and death. So we go through these are the 6 circumstances we are in. And now Brahma put us into the 6 circumstances. He said, you enjoy your life. So how to enjoy? The 6 circumstances are the illusion. When you are in illusion, how to enjoy? And number 2, lamentation. You're always lamenting. Something has come, something has gone, you're lamenting. And number 3, you always thirst, you have always hunger, you are going through old age, you are dying. And Brahma said, you go and enjoy in Germany. How to enjoy in Germany? The environment is no good, we have to become old, we have to die. So Bhakti says only foolish people who believe what Brahma says cannot enjoy because the circumstances is not right place, right environment to enjoy your life. As long as a person is, has got this kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, as long as he has got these 6 enemies within himself, that he got so much of material desire, and number 2, is not able to control his anger. So Prabhupada says the story about a boy and girl. They were in love and they wanted to marry, but the parents did not agree. So they wanted to run away from the village, and the ayat, the boatman to be there. And midnight the boatman was there. The girl and boy went and sat in the boat. They wanted to leave the village, run away and get married. But the next day morning when the sun up, and they saw the boat didn't even move an inch from there. And they were thinking, what's the problem? The problem is that the boatman did not release the anchor of the boat. So Prabhupada says, as long as a human being, they don't purify their lusty desire, if they cannot give up karma, lusty desire, cannot give up their anger, cannot give up their greediness, so whatever they do in their life, they cannot make any progress. They cannot have happiness and peace in their life as long as they are stuck into the 6 enemies of their life. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Kama, Krodha, Kama, Krishna, Karmapane, Krodha, Bhakta, Dvijisane, Lobha, Sadhu, Sangha, Hari, Kada. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, now you cannot throw this thing away from you. They are there within you. He said, now the karma, your desire, and you can engage in Krishna's service. What I can do for Krishna, And krodha, anger, you can engage in Krishna's service. How to engage? If anybody is talking bad about devotees and Krishna, you should become angry what they're talking bad. They talk bad about you, don't worry, don't fight. The problem is that we become angry when they talk bad about us. Talk about others, we don't care. So the anger can be utilized. They're just like Hanuman, he was very angry because Ravana is giving so much trouble to Sita and Ram. So now he said anger can be utilized, kama, krodha, lobha, your greed, He said you can engage in Krishna's service. I wanted to chant more rounds. I wanted to do more reading. So in this way, the enemies of Krishna consciousness are there. So like devotees can escape, can be free from the contamination of these 6 enemies by engaging themselves into Krishna consciousness. In this way, their karma, their desire become purified, their anger become purified, their greed become purified, and everything will be under their control. Like the other day we've been talking, what is the difference between the material anger and spiritual anger? Material anger means the anger controls that person. Spiritual anger means that person controls the anger. There's a 2 different things. Materially, you are angry means the anger controls you. Spiritually, you are angry means you control the anger. You know when to bring the anger out, when to take back the anger. You do not carry the anger in your heart all the time. So in this way, somewhere or other, Hiranyakasipu, he did not understand any of the subject matter. He was only wanted to enjoy and enjoy and enjoy. So then Prahlad Maharaj told his father, because Prahlad Maharaj being a devotee is not interested into this enjoyment. It's temporary enjoyment, very insignificant enjoyment. Even you got a lot of money, how much, pizza you can eat. Oh, I'm a millionaire, so how many pizza you can eat? Can you eat million pizza? No. Isn't it? So after eating it, even little bit extra, you become, frustrated. No, isn't it? You don't want to see the pizza for short time. So like that, enjoyment, Yeah, Prahlad said, Yan Maitunadi Giriyamedi, in the chapters, the Canto 7, chapter 9, text 45, Prahlad Maharaj says, in the beginning, the enjoyment of the material world is very pleasurable, but later it's become very painful. So Prahlad Maharaj told his father, Matirna Krishna Parato Sotova, in the Canto 7, chapter 9, text 30, Prahlad says that, my dear father, you cannot understand about Krishna consciousness. Even people come to teach you about Krishna consciousness, you cannot understand. Even you've been put into an association, you cannot understand. Why? Because you already decided in your mind that life is meant for enjoyment, enjoyment, enjoyment. Puna puna charvita charvananam, chewing the chewit. Again and again and again. You think that, bodily, sense gratification is the goal of life. So Prahlad Maharaj told him, Nate vidu swatam gadihim vishnum durasaya he sabir arthamanina. The Canto 7, chapter 9, text 31. Prahlad Maharaj says, my dear father, those people who do not understand the goal of life is Lord Vishnu. They like a blind man, and they become the leader, and one blind leads another blind. That is the condition of this world. Somewhere or other, by Prabhupada's mercy, that we've been taken out from all these foolish peoples guiding us and leading our life. And life is very short and temporary. We have to utilize life in a proper manner to put Krishna in the center of our activities. And besides, our work, our family and everything, we should spend some time to cultivate Krishna consciousness, because that's the only thing is going to go with us to after the death. Life is a journey. So we have started the journey from the higher planet, from the Vaikuntha. We have started the journey. And where is Vaikuntha situated? Vaikuntha is situated 2,560,680,000 miles. That's Vaikuntha there. So we have come from there to where? To this insignificant Germany. You have come here. Very sad. And Vaikuntha means no anxiety, no problem. And we are so stupid, no problem, nothing. We left that place, come and caught up into every problem here. You do something to good people, you do something good for the people, also problem. You don't do good, also problem. You marry, also problem, don't get married, also problem. You got money, also problem, don't have money, also. Everything is problem in the material world. So we are so foolish that, we have left, wonderful environment and come here. So somewhere or other we are trying, different ways how to make place more comfortable. Prabhupada says, just like you're drinking water, the water you change into another cup. Because you're changing the cup, the water into different cup, it doesn't mean the taste of the water is going to change. So in this way, somewhere or other, we've been, made this mistake, and we have come to, this material world. And now we understand that, life is not the way we thought, that my father and mother, they are gone. Just like for me, my father left his body, my mother left his body, one of my brother left his body, my elder sister left her body. So our family, my father, my mother, elder brother, elder sister, and two more sisters and myself, we were about, 7 of us. Father, mother, two brother, I got, 3 sisters, 7 or 8. So 7 of us, out of that the 4 already gone. The only 3 left now. So I don't know out of 3 who will go, after this. So life is very miserable, very, very miserable. You look your family member, your wife, she have done, for some men, they've been blessed to get a good wife, very loving, very, service attitude, and they got a good children, at one point when you see you have to die and go, then very sad, you have to leave them alone in this, part of the world where life is very challenging. If you make one mistake in your life, everything is gone from you. True or not? One mistake. If you invest your money into the wrong place, finish. If you meet a wrong friend in your life, you're finished. So if one wrong mistake, wrong step, you're finished. That's why the Bhagavatam says, Samasritaye pada pallava plavam mahat padam punya yaso murari bhavam buddhi vatsa padam param padam param padam padam natesam. At every step there's a danger in the material world. True or not? Every step there's a danger. Because, the moment you meet somebody, a wrong fella in your life, you're finished. And the moment you make a wrong step, you may fall and then you may die. There's a very great danger there at every moment. So, only Krishna can protect us. So we have come to take shelter of Krishna, take advantage of Krishna consciousness, and contribute, whatever you can with, with your heart and soul for the Krishna consciousness, and Krishna will be there. The acharyas will be there to protect us and to give us a very good passage from here to go back from where we have come from. So thank you so much for being here. Anybody got any questions, any comments?
Thank you, Maharaj. We were reading today in the purport of about the scientists and the moon.
Yeah.
And Prabhupada, in many parts of Bhagavatam, speaks on this. And we also were speaking about the concept of how can we make perfect conclusions when with our imperfect senses.
Yeah.
So this makes sense to me.
Yeah.
But then still somehow I'm contaminated with I still have some faith in the scientists. For example, when they say this is the speed of light, this is how we measure it, and this long it takes for the light to go to the moon. So because of that, the moon is this far away. But then Bhagavatam says moon is far away, and all the thing that the moon is self-effulgent in light.
Yeah.
Correct? So now when we look at the moon, then there's this, when we have full moon, you could think, but then when the directions changes of the sun, then you can see the sun is there, and the moon is shining in that half of the side of the sun. So then and make those things, those attachments make it very hard for me to...
Yeah, you have to understand some knowledge of knowledge is as good as no knowledge. So they got some knowledge, they have taken some information from different books and different, opinions, But then when you're making a journey, just like if you're taking a flight, the flight must have a landing place. Just flying and flying and flying. And, then the pilot is announcing, I don't know where we're going to land because I don't see any landing place. So Bhagavatam gives, the where it is started and where it is landing, the complete knowledge. Whereas the scientists are giving, some knowledge, but, they don't have a landing place. So you don't have a conclusion, like you are making a journey, but you do not know, how you reach to the destination because they give you halfway of information to your destination. They have not given you a full way because they themselves, have got this defect in their life. It's not everything scientists made and say is wrong. Just like we have got some information, from Bhagavad Gita, they have got some information from some other sources. And Krishna says, everything in the chapter 15, text 15, Krishna says, Sarvasya chaham ridi sannivisto matam smartir jnanam apohanam cha vedesya sargir aham iva vedyo vedanta kriveda vid iva chahami. Krishna says, I seated in the heart of every living being. From me comes the knowledge remembrance and forgetfulness. So whatever they know is also coming from Krishna himself. And he says he is the compiler of the Vedas and he is to be known. Veda means knowledge. So whatever the scientists and other people are talking is also knowledge. Where it's coming from? It's coming from the source of the Vedas. And what is the essence of the Vedas? That they are not interested to know. Because they've got some personal interest, so they take what they require from anywhere. So that's why in the purport Prabhupada said, we don't follow them. We follow authorized authority like Vyasadeva and Sukadeva Goswami. Because if you study the Veda been spoken by Krishna himself, the knowledge. Whatever they are teaching in the school, everything is a knowledge. But where it is coming from, they are not interested to tell you where the knowledge is coming, who has given you the knowledge. If you think moon is that distant, so how do you know it's that distant? Who have given you that information? Somewhere they have got some information somewhere. But because they have not appreciated the knowledge given by Krishna himself, because they have not been grateful for the giver, so Krishna takes away half of your brain, knowledge you don't understand. That's why the Shastra says, Dargo Pranistam, Dargo Pratistam Swastita Bhinam, Nasau Arirasya, Matam na Bhinam, Dharmasya Tadvam Nihitam Guhayam, Mahajano Yena Kada Sapanta. The Shastra says that you cannot establish God or knowledge by argument. You cannot establish by fighting an argument, like a Muslim take a gun shooting everybody. Who wanted to come and talk to me about religion. So you cannot establish a religion, God and anything by argument. And the knowledge been spoken by Krishna to Brahma. When it was spoken, 155 trillion, 22 billion years ago, when the world was created and Brahma was created, the creation took place 155 trillion, 22 billion years ago. And the creation going to be ending. How long? There's another 156 billion, 18 million years. The remaining time is there for the creation to take a complete, annihilation. There are 4 kinds of annihilation is there. One is called Prakriti annihilation. That's annihilation, complete annihilation. Another one is called Naimittic annihilation, partial annihilation, happens one day of Brahma. That is called Nitya annihilation. Annihilation, that means every day something changes taking place in our life. Slowly you're growing old, but you're not knowing. After 10 years, you see, you already changed. But every day it's taking place, annihilation taking place inside you. And ultimate annihilation is that when you come out from the false ego, there you go back, So like that and all, the authority gives us this information, So the Vedas gives you the information, this thing, coming from Krishna himself. Somewhere or other, because they are not taking the knowledge. So now the Veda is one, It was spoken 155 trillion years ago. Now that one Veda, during the end of Dwapara Yuga, that one Veda, Vyasadeva made it into 4, so that more easy for you to understand. Like I gave you one very big book, how to read. So I take 4 parts, I make 4 parts for you. I say first you read the first part and then you go for holiday, come back, you continue, so you're a little bit okay. So that one Veda, Vyasadeva put it into 4. That is Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, Atharva Veda. Now he was thinking, still it's not easy for people, So he thought, okay, divide that 4 Veda into 4 more. That is the Samhita, Brahmana, Aranyaka, Upanishad. Then he was thinking, was still difficult. People in Germany is not easy. They're very hardcore. So it's not easy for them to understand. So he thought, now make limbs of the Vedas, Veda Angas. There are 6 Veda Angas. There is number one, Kalpa, Siksha, Vyakarana, Chandi, Nirukti and Jyotisha. Then he made 4 Upavedas. There is the Ayurveda, Dhanurveda, Shilpa Veda and Gandharva Veda. Then he thought, people are 3 kinds of people in the world. There are people in the mode of goodness, people in the mode of ignorance, people in the mode of passionate. So he divides everything into 18 Puranas. For those people who are in the mode of goodness, he brings in, Vishnu Purana, Varaha Purana, Garuda Purana, Narada Purana, Padma Purana, and Bhagavata Purana. Those people in the mood of goodness, he gives that thing. And for the people in the mode of passionate, he gives, Brahma Purana, Brahma Vaivarta Purana, Brahmanda Purana, and Markandeya Purana, Bhavishya Purana, and Vamana Purana. And those people in the mode of ignorance, he has given them, Skanda Purana, Linga Purana, Skanda Purana, Siva Purana, Agni Purana, Matsya Purana, Kurma Purana. So he has made, 18 Puranas. And each Puranas, there are many thousand verses are there. Like a Vishnu Purana, it got 23,000 verses. And Varaha Purana got 24,000 verses. And the Garuda Purana got 19,000 verses. Narada Purana got 25,000 verses. Padma Purana has got 55,000 verses. Bhagavata Purana got 18,000 verses. Brahma Purana got 10,000 verses. Brahma Vaivarta Purana got 18,000 verses. Brahmanda Purana got 12,000 verses. Markandeya Purana got 9,000 verses. Bhavishya Purana got 15,400 verses. And Vamana Purana got 10,000 verses. Now comes the Purana in the ignorance. The Linga Purana got 11,000 verses. Skanda Purana got 81,100 verses. Shiva Purana got 24,000 verses. And the Agni Purana got 14,500 verses. Matsya Purana got 14,000 verses. Kurma Purana got 70,000 verses. And now he sees that everything is there. Then he says, it's still difficult for people to understand. So he said, unless they watch like a movie, when we are talking, but we put it as a movie, more easy for you to understand. Like people watch the serials, So he brings in a Mahabharatam. That is the war. So so we watch, what is happening. More easy to understand through the movie than, from the classroom. So Mahabharatam. So from there he takes, one subject matter. There is the Bhisma Parva. There is a chapter from 23 to 40, verses there. So there is a conversation between Krishna and that is the Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita is the essence of whatever we mentioned 155 trillion years ago, what was spoken, divided into many. Now he brings it into one book, Bhagavad Gita. You read this one. All the thing inside here. Then later he brings the Bhagavatam. What is Bhagavatam? Is an explanation for the Bhagavad Gita. That's it. What is in the Bhagavad Gita is a more deeper understanding you read from the Bhagavatam. So in this way, the scientists are not reading any of these things. Very difficult. So somewhere or other, you, Germany, and you can understand, you have come to Krishna. So there is the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and the Vaishnava, the most difficult subject matter in the world. So easily you understand, you dedicate your life for Krishna. So there is a blessing, by the pure devotees of Prabhupada. So in this way, we don't condemn everything in the world, And in the same time, we give the credit to Krishna because all coming from him. That's only different. They take the credit for themselves. And they're very ungrateful. So they don't have the total knowledge because they don't thank the Guru who have, given them the knowledge. You proclaim that you are the founder, But Krishna is the supreme founder. So in this way, important for the devotees that, sometimes people say material world is Maya. That same woman is Maya. They say, car is Maya, house is Maya. But Mahaprabhu said none of these things are Maya, not Maya. No, woman is not Maya, money is not Maya, house is not Maya. What is Maya? Forgetfulness of Krishna is only thing Maya. When you remember Krishna, everything is good for you in the world. Because nothing is out of Krishna. Everything is within Krishna. So you remember Krishna, you are a devotee of Krishna, that's it. So you enjoy your house, you enjoy your money, enjoy your work. So thank you so much. Hare Krishna Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Nitai Gaura Pramanande.
Swami was Bhakti